Padilla, North County Music Lessons. Going to go over a very easy basic guitar lesson today. We're going to learn all about the open position chords. But first, let's talk about our strings. There's 6 strings: 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You could also come up with an acronym to memorize the names of the strings, which is very important. For example, Easter bunnies get drunk after Easter, or something like elephants and donkeys grow big ears. You can create your own acronym, but make sure you memorize the names and the numbers of the strings. First chord we're going to work with today is a G major chord. Finger number 1, finger number 2, finger number 3, finger number 4 on the left hand. So my finger number 2 is going to start right here on fret 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to place finger number 1 right here on fret 1, 2 on the 5th. This is on the 6th string, that's on the 5th. Then I need to make sure I'm arched with my fingers so the strings are able to ring that are under these 2 notes. I'm going to apply my 3rd finger right here on fret 1, 2, 3 on the B string or string number 2. Then I'm going to put my pinky finger there, 3rd fret of the high E or string number 1. So my chord will then look and sound like this. That's my G. Now when we go to our next chord, here's the trick. Keep your ring finger on. This will help you learn faster. Then we're going to go to this chord. This chord is a D major chord. So I was on G. Notice I keep this pivot note or pivot finger, which is finger number 3, down. And see that? I'm able to very easily switch from a G major chord to a D major chord, as so. So D major now, my pointer finger, finger number 1 is on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and my middle finger is also on the 2nd fret, but it's on string number 1, the 1st string. So my ring finger, notice, again, the pivot. So you might want to take some time right now and just do this. Get used to that feeling right there. Now, this is not the only way to change chords, but this is a method that I've come up with that I've noticed that it's very easy for me to switch from chord to chord, from D to G, and from G back to D, okay? So make sure your chords ring out, make sure it works really well. Every single note is played correctly. Okay, now, when I'm on D, I have this pivot note that I can have right here where I'm gonna push over to the 2nd fret, and then I'm gonna put my middle finger on the 2nd fret of string G, and my pointer finger on the 2nd fret of string D. And that creates an A major chord. So A major, now I want to pivot back, so take everything off but the ring, keep that pivot, scoot over 1 fret, D. Time to go back to A, keep that finger, scoot it over, A, major, D major. Now when I strum my D, I need to make sure I'm strumming from the D string down, from string number 4 down. When I go to my A, I'm gonna scoot that pivot over. There we go. I'm gonna strum from the A string down. Again, you might just wanna practice doing this. A, D, A, D, G, D, G, D. Working that pivot note finger, making sure that it never leaves the guitar neck. A to D, G to D. Okay, now there's more chords than just those 3 chords. Another chord, for example, let's pick up right here on A minor. Pointer finger on the 1st fret of the B. My middle finger comes onto the 2nd fret of string D, and I put my ring finger on the 2nd fret of G under that one. Only strumming from the 5th string right here, or the A string down. So I have a A minor chord. Okay, now, if I just move this 1 ring finger right up to here, keeping these 2 where they were at, see that? Just moving this ring, it creates a C major, strumming from the 5th string down, C major, A minor. So that's our next pivot. And notice that finger number 2, finger number 1 don't move. Really simple. So you might want to take a moment and just get used to that. A minor, C major, A minor, C major, A minor, C major. So what we're talking about are pivot notes, how to pivot from chord to chord in a very easy fashion. So far we have G, pivot to D, pivot to A. You can go back, do that again, get used to all those motions, all those changes. Then the next set, A minor, C major, A minor, C major. So now we're gonna add to this A minor, and we're gonna bring everything, so this is technically not a pivot, but it's a shape change where we use the same shape, but we change just moving everything up. When I move everything up, the chord becomes E major. When everything was down below, where we started, when I strummed from the A string down, it was A minor. But now when I move everything up, it's E major. Okay, so there's E major. Pointer finger is on the first fret of string G. Middle finger is on the second fret of string A, and my ring finger is on the second fret of string D. When I move it all down, the same shape, it becomes A minor. So A minor, E major. A minor, E major. Next chord we're gonna pivot to is an E minor. All you do is take the pointer finger off. There's E minor chord right there. That's an E minor. I just have my middle finger and my ring finger on the second frets of string A and string D. Okay, so it's an E minor, E major, A minor, C major. And I'm using this pivot technique of keeping these two fingers on, moving from C to A minor, C to A minor. Then I'm using this technique of moving everything up to making E major, just taking that finger number one off to make E minor. Cool. So we have two E's, an A, a C. We learned D. We learned pivoting to G. And we learned pivoting from D to A. Major today. So these are your basic general open position chords that you'll use to play many songs. So you might want to take some time and just get used to only moving around with the left hand, making sure you can pivot and move to the chords quickly and correctly, then applying your strumming hand to each and every single one of the chords. So I hope this video helped you. Stay tuned to North County Music Lessons. We're going to probably be releasing many more videos to come. Thanks. You guys have a good day.